All right, today we're going to tackle a really big one in the trucking world. It's a decision that has huge impacts on safety out on the highway and, of course, a company's bottom line. We're talking about new versus retread tires. There are a ton of myths out there, so let's get right to the facts. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We've all seen them. Those huge shredded pieces of tire on the shoulder, people call them road gators. And you have that split-second moment where you swerve a little and you just can't help but wonder, what on earth caused that? It's a serious safety hazard for literally every single person on the road. And seeing that mess almost always leads to the same assumption, right? That it must have been a cheap, unreliable retread tire that just fell apart. Well, that idea is so common, we're gonna put on our Mythbusters hats for this explainer and see if that claim actually holds up to the data. Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're all on the same page. A new tire, well, it's pretty much exactly what you think it is. It's built from the ground up as one single piece, all brand new materials. Nothing is reused. This is our baseline, for both performance and for cost. A retread or a recap, now that's a different beast. The best way to think about it is like really, really advanced recycling. You take a used tire casing that's still structurally solid and you put it through this incredibly rigorous inspection process. If it gets the green light, the old tread gets buffed off and a brand new layer of tread is put on. So yeah, the core has been used before, but the part that's actually hitting the pavement, that's new. So now that we know our two contenders, let's actually put them head to head. We're gonna look at the real world pros and cons for each, because this is a decision that fleet managers are making every single day. So in one corner, you've got the new tire. And look, you're paying for the best of the best here. We're talking maximum reliability, peak performance, and the absolute lowest statistical risk of a failure, all with a full warranty. This is exactly why they are the non-negotiable choice for steer axles. The two tires up front that control where that massive rig is going. But all that peace of mind comes with a pretty hefty price tag. They are by far the most expensive choice. Okay, now let's look at the case for retreads. The money argument is, well, it's powerful. You're looking at 30 to 50% cheaper than a new tire. I mean, think about a fleet with hundreds, even thousands of tires. The savings are just massive. Plus, it's a big win for the environment. You're saving about 15 gallons of oil for every retread versus making a new one. The big catch, though? The reliability of that retread is 100% dependent on the quality of that original casing and the skill of the retreading process. And this right here, this brings us to the most important point, and it's where the whole debate usually goes wrong. People are always asking, is a new tire better than a retread? But the pros, they ask a totally different question. They ask, which tire is the best tool for this specific job on this specific part of the truck? And this table just lays out that whole professional strategy perfectly. Look, for the steer axle, where a failure could be absolutely catastrophic, safety is the only thing that matters. So you use a new tire. End of story. But when you move back to the drive and trailer axles, the loads are different. A blowout is much more manageable, and that's where the incredible cost-benefit of a high-quality retread makes it the smart, logical, and totally standard choice for the industry. So let's circle all the way back to that myth we started with. The idea that all those road gators you see are because a recap tire failed. We've seen that the pros use them all the time strategically. But what does the hard data say about what's actually failing out there? And here it is, the big reveal. That myth, totally busted. The data shows, overwhelmingly, that the real reason most tires fail has almost nothing to do with whether it was new or retreaded. The real danger is just plain old poor maintenance. Yeah, the things that actually kill tires are the same for everybody. Running a tire without enough air in it that causes it to bend and flex and build up a ton of heat that just destroys it from the inside. Overloading the truck puts insane stress on everything, pushing those tires way past their limits. And of course, not doing regular inspections means you miss the damage from a pothole or some debris until it's way, way too late. These things will kill any tire. I don't care how much you paid for it. But check this out. If you take away just one number from all of this, let it be this one. An incredible 90%, 90 of all tire failures can be traced back to a single, totally preventable problem, underinflation. It's not about new versus retread. For 9 out of 10 blowouts, it's about not having enough air in the tire. And that really brings us to the final thought here. Real safety on our highways isn't about just buying the most expensive tires you can find. It's about having a process, about being diligent. So the question isn't really what kind of tire you buy, it's how well you take care of it. Which makes you wonder, what's the bigger risk here? The rubber on the wheel, or that simple little gauge you use to check its pressure?